And we wish you a happy Monday and welcome into a new edition of 3 Point Stands presented by Mountain Dew. On Skype, I got John Roser. I missed you last week, John. Like, don't leave me like that again, okay?
You don't want to have to do that with Devin again?
I don't want that. We'll talk to Devin, but you're my dude. Like, I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do this
yeah.
without you, right?
I was grieving. I was in mourning.
I know you were, and before you get to that, I figured that should be one of our topic points. Is we didn't
Yeah.
get to talk to you after last week's Super Bowl, so just first topic is just what was the week like after the Super Bowl? 1 week later, how are you doing?
Uh, Still sucks. I have not watched ESPN, ESPN2. I have not watched any sports channel outside of a Grizzlies game. I have not watched any sports
Oh my!
outside of. Yeah. I was asked if I was going to watch the XFL this weekend. No, I hate football right now. I don't want to watch football right now. I will not watch football. I will not change to the NFL Network probably until next NFL season. I will not watch anything on the NFL Network. As opposed to if we had won, I'd be watching Network every day. I'd be watching it every single day.
Every single day. So at one point, do you start back wearing your 49ers gear?
Oh, that'll come when I'm at All-Star Weekend in Chicago. I'll wear. Yeah. I wore some last week. I just didn't wear it to work, but I went to the gym a couple times and I wore some 49ers stuff there because I can headphones and nobody's gonna bother me. So
gotcha. I will say, like, from seeing you all last week, I felt like you were back to your kind of normal self by Thursday, when I saw you, you were back happy. Monday, Tuesday wasn't the Roser that I met, that I know very well. I felt for you. We all feel for you, and we hope your week after, now 2 weeks after, I hope it gets better.
Yeah, last place I wanted to be was in public, anywhere. Anywhere in public. I wanted to be in the fetal position in the corner. Nothing. That is what I wanted to be doing.
Well, okay, so you mentioned that you haven't watched any type of sports channel, but I know all the latest on the trade deadlines because of Chris Vernon's show, and I just know who you are. So our second point for today is just after all the trades that happened last week, what was the biggest shocker, the biggest trade that happened?
I mean, for me, I didn't think we would have like a big trade involving like multiple big names. And we got that with D'Angelo Russell going to Minnesota and Andrew Wiggins going to Golden State. And so I would say that was the biggest for me. And Minnesota so far has looked like a much different team, having D'Angelo Russell and just not having Andrew Wiggins on their roster. They've looked like a completely different team. Like maybe he might have been an issue in the locker room there. I don't know. I'm not diving into what's going on with the Minnesota Timberwolves all the time, looking into what their locker room situation is like. But clearly there was something off with there. Maybe that was his chemistry with Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell and Towns are both very good friends. And it's going to be an interesting study to see how Wiggins will do in Golden State when Steph Curry and Klay Thompson get back, because he is thought of as one of those guys. Like, to me, I'm just like, he's a more expensive Harrison Barnes. And he may not be as good as Harrison Barnes. This is a guy who hasn't won anything in the NBA. So I'm interested to see how that works out.
You're actually right. I just thought about Minnesota's locker room is completely different. Like, how many
so many players.
Yeah, they lost a lot of players. So like, if you're a fan, you're like, okay, so can I just get a whole new to figure out who these guys are? So they did lose a lot. I was shocked about Andre Drummond. I'm with Andre. We all know he was shocked by it, like off of his tweet. And, the whole loyalty thing and talking about just being in business. I didn't know. I hadn't heard his name in the rumors. So I wasn't expecting his name to come out there like that. And then for him to go to Cleveland, shocked for him. But, honestly, the biggest, most shocking trade didn't even come from the NBA to me. I was so shocked, maybe from living in Boston and being there for that Red Sox year. But the fact that the Red Sox traded Mookie Betts and David Price to the Dodgers, my mind was blown. On Twitter, you could not see it. You felt for all the Red Sox fans. They were so sad about it, especially like these guys were such a big pivotal part, of them winning the World Series, that it was at that moment. I know, Mookie was going to cost a lot. And some people compared to the whole Red Sox trading, Babe Ruth back in the day. And this is like one of those moments like, what are y'all doing? Like, what is going on? I think that took over.
Yeah, you don't see teams trade a guy his age and that good as he is. Like, he's only, 26, 27 years old? You don't see teams trade, like, a 26, 27-year-old superstar in baseball. That is something you do not see a lot of. So it was shocking, no doubt about that.
Yeah, we've seen him at a Grizzlies game. Mookie sitting courtside at a Grizzlies game. I'm just like, what? Literally when that headline came out, I said that must be a lie. Like, it's got to be one of those like lies, and people just are like talking. It's not true. And then when it's actually true, I was like, what are they doing? Like, what is going on? So I think that was the biggest trade for me throughout the week last week. That took the cake. I was just mouth open, just couldn't believe it at all. All right, so let's go to our third stance of the night or the day. And last night it was the Oscars, and talking about shocking. I'm a lot of the movies I did not watch. But the biggest shocking to me which took over Twitter was two things. You had Eminem perform "Lose Yourself," a hit from 2002, and you had Blac Chyna walk the red carpet and going to the Oscars. When she was shown, I looked at the Twitter feed and just did the hashtag. Everyone was like, "How did Blac Chyna, who's not a movie star, not a TV star, didn't host anything, wasn't there affiliated with the network, but she was there at the Oscars, and then Eminem performing"? What was more shocking to you?
I would say I didn't realize that Joaquin Phoenix didn't like milk and was like so outspoken against milk. He'll be happy to know that when I go to the grocery store, I buy the non-dairy milk. So it's like made from like pea protein and that kind of stuff. So it's non-dairy. So Joaquin Phoenix would be a fan of the milk in my refrigerator. But it just once again went to show me that Hollywood is weird. And we like love movies, and we get wrapped up in these actors and actresses, but like they're strange people. Like Renee Zellweger, I saw she again was like all strung out, like just was weird, drunk, or she had taken some pills or something. I don't know, but Renee Zellweger was being weird again up there during her acceptance speech. And like we love these people who make their living pretending to be other people.
Yeah.
We live in a society where we want people to keep it real, and everybody needs to be real, and keep it 100. And like, these people make their living pretend to be other people. Hollywood is just a weird place.
When Eminem stepped out there on the stage, were you like, what's going on?
I was like, they don't have enough. There weren't enough good songs in films this year. You got to bring one back from 2002.
That was so weird. And to the point where, like, even when, like you mentioned, Hollywood actors and actresses, they've even said it several times. They are complex, perplexed people who, are mentally just always thinking, anxious. They overthink things. Like we've seen that with a lot of actors and actresses. We've seen that for years now, like for years. But the Oscars have always been an event that I would love to go to, because I feel as if it's going to be like it's the last awards of the award season, what they call it. And so I was taken aback when I saw Blac Chyna. I was just like, okay, so if Blac Chyna's invited, like I have a chance. Like
Kim Yang there.
Yeah, like I thought I got it. Like next year, it's my year, right? It has to be my year next year.
Yeah, next year's definitely the year of Megan Triplett at the Oscars.
Thank you.
2021, you could be Leonardo DiCaprio's date. I'm sure he'll be looking for a new date to take.
You're so true. And you might be performing. I don't know. You might come out with a rap album or something that I don't know about. And get there. I can totally see that at that point. I can totally see that.
No,
Well,
shout out to Bong Joon-ho becoming the first foreign film Parasite to win Best Picture at the Oscars. Shout out to him. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of those movies. The only movie I saw this year was Toy Story 4, and that won Best Animated Film. So I saw that, but the other movies I haven't seen, so I don't know if it was the Best Picture. I know Arlene Whitaker saw it, and he said it was really good and said, you know, he caught himself thinking about the movie a couple of days later. And so that does say something, too. If the movie still had you thinking a couple of days later, that does say something. It's probably really good. And I'm going to watch it eventually, but I'll have to wait for like HBO or Showtime or something.
Do we know what it's about? The word parasite just takes my brain different ways.
I have no clue.
Okay. We have no idea. Well, I would say the only thing that I think I saw on the list was short film Hair Love one. It was the former wide receiver in the NFL. He's on a couple of teams. He won for Hair Love. Great short film. Recommend everybody watching it. That's all I saw. It was only 7 minutes long, so it was easy to watch. It was really good. The content was great. Rosa, we gotta watch more movies, I guess. That's
definitely need to watch more movies. Well, they gotta hit HBO or Showtime. I'm not the person. Do Redboxes still even exist? Can you go get movies from Redbox?
So I'm a Redboxer. Redbox still does exist. You can get it from Kroger, Walgreens. Huh?
They cost $1?
Yeah. Well, now it's like $1.70. You know, everything in life goes up in price. Everything in life goes up in price.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, you know, how about this week? You and I watch at least one movie.
I'll live right next to a Walgreens. I'll go see what they got at Redbox.
All right, perfect. So you and I will go watch a movie, and we'll be back same time, same place, right here on Grind City Media next Monday. Thank you so much, Roser.